This is Harley-Davidson's Project Livewire, a very different bike from the company. It's got a very different powertrain, all electric. It's got an electric motor mounted down in the bottom of the frame, which is actually mounted transversely, pointed toward the rear tire, which is very different from other electric motorcycles that we've seen before. Puts out about 74 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they say it's good enough to go 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. Is it quick? We're about to find out. That's unlike any other Harley I've ever ridden before, and probably unlike any Harley you may have ridden before too. Smooth and quiet. It's very different from a traditional bike, but actually a lot louder than your average EV too. Your average electric motorcycle is very quiet, but Harley actually went out of their way to add a lot of noise to this coming from the drivetrain. It is all natural noise, we did confirm. There is all the noise coming from the differential and from the electric motor itself. There's nothing going on through speakers or anything like that. The riding position is very upright, very comfortable, very suited for this sort of conditions. You sit straight upright, you can see over traffic very easily, and there's no transmission here. There's no shifting, there's no clutch, which also makes it very easy to ride in busy city streets like we've got here. Of course, we'd rather take it on some country roads, but Harley's thinking this might be a commuter for a lot of people, and we can certainly see it doing pretty well in that regard. Now, we did talk to some members of the Harley Owners Group. They think that, loud pipes save lives, so therefore they're concerned about the quietness of this bike, but otherwise they actually thought it was pretty cool. Now, I ride a Triumph, which has a lot of torque, but it doesn't quite have the throttle response of an EV like this. Really, you twist the grip and it goes at any RPM. Maximum RPM of this, by the way, is 15,000, which is, as good as a 600cc sport bike. It gets up and goes much more quickly than a 600cc sport bike. Another big change from a traditional bike is this color touchscreen here. You can actually go through and toggle between range. You can see your throttle response. You can see the temperature of the motorcycle. All very high tech, maybe a little bit distracting for riding, but again, this is just a prototype at this point. Now, there are two very important missing pieces of information about Project Livewire: price and availability. Harley won't give us any indication on either of those things, which is a little bit unfortunate. But the way they're launching Livewire is pretty cool. They're actually taking these bikes around to major dealerships around the country and to major Harley shows as well to let the normal people out there ride them, people like you. If you want to try out this bike, Harley would love to let you sit in the saddle and take it for a spin. And that's a great way when you've got a traditional company like Harley-Davidson launching something very untraditional like Project Livewire.